An incredible array of West Coast people were involved in making the story what it was. The Burts were scared to name people and thank people because they knew they'd leave someone out.
But I would be terrified of insulting anybody or missing somebody, you know? I mean, I
know Mattea spent some time with Diane Bradford's kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Diane and her family, and that whole church family, the Bradfords and that whole church family. I mean, Lisa at Sobo's, and who's at Schooner's restaurant?
Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her, and
Torben at
Torben at, absolutely, Vincente's. The people at the Co-op store, like, that were just fabulous.
And the staff at Long Beach Lodge.
All the staff. Perry, Tim, all the staff at Long Beach.
Geez, you know more people in town than I do.
And Keith.
Dave Pettinger at Pacific Sands, definitely, those were key.
And Keith took us out on
Keith Gibson?
Aquatic Safari. Oh, took us out way over, and then took Adam out again. You know, the guys at the surf shop,
Long Beach
Surf Shop. You know,
the Shelter restaurant. They had a birthday party for me there one night, and it was fabulous. Golly gosh.
Man.
Who's your other friend that took us over to Muir Island? Yeah, Remote Passages, yes.
Took you over to the Big Tree Trail over there? Yeah.
And Tofino chocolate, like
Gordon Lee.
Grandpa and Grandma and the kids when they got back. Were fantastic, fabulous. And Wildside Grill. Those guys were just...
Lomi massages from Signe, you know. Signe just took care of us and gave us the most amazing massages.
Kathy did some.
Kathy did. Yeah, came in and did some energy work with Landon, and then the days that Mattea just went and hung out with Kathy, and they would make things, and then Kathy shipped them back to us in Edmonton. And
I made a little. It's a little like slug from Flushed Away. They like yell and they're like all the time.
It was so cute.
Everybody at the hospital. Nurses,
and even the maintenance people and house cleaning. And Jill gave a lot of people necklaces, and I think there's a couple of people at the hospital who still wear the necklaces.
My son and I went down to Yuki one day to the sushi place. And we met Hitchhike Mike, too, and we just had a heck of a time with him that night. And there was a couple of staff from the hospital there. That it was just an awesome time to release and have some fun.
Just go out and have some sushi and tell some stories. And,
The sense of community acceptance experienced by the Burts inspired them to arrange for hospice volunteer Gail Duchesne to attend Landon's memorial, bringing their family community back home together with the supportive community they experienced here. In the words of Pacific Rim Hospice Coordinator Kim Hogue,
it was obvious how connected you were to your community back home, and it kind of felt like the community was sort of holding you until you could get back to your community at home that loved you so much. And when you insured and it flew Gail back to be at Landon's memorial, to me it was like this rainbow or this bridge between these two communities that obviously cared and loved for you so much and were connected through you, and now connected through Gail. So
well, let me tell you what our community thinks of Tofino. You know, when we came on this trip, we just kind of needed to come as a family, celebrate Landon's birthday, and just to see you and just to be together. But they're all like, if we were there when you were there, we really want to come to Tofino. When are you going next? Like, where would we stay? And
could you show us around?
Yeah, exactly.
Ice cream place.
That's right. And so I just know that this is not the end of the road. This is not us coming out just one last time to make peace. This is the beginning of something else for us out here for sure. Our community, they all think Tofino is the most amazing community in the world. And they love you all. And so many of them, I think it's hard for them to express, but I know that they have told us, we are so thankful we don't know how to tell you how thankful we are. We had so many people that were just ready to fly out here to take care of us. And a couple of our friends did come out right away. But I think as the word started getting back through Care Pages that we indeed were, in a weird way, just okay. And it was because of the hospice and who we had met that they didn't need to come.
Yeah. So the support that was provided for you guys, in a sense, actually supported a much larger extended community way outside
huge,
of
yeah, absolutely, because grandparents that are in their 80s, they were beside themselves. And once we could really reassure them that we were okay, I mean, they didn't stop worrying by any means, but they...
Huge relief.
Huge relief.
Huge relief for them.
Yeah.
To know that we were cared for. And speaking of families, the Thicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They offered their place, and a couple of our friends stayed there.
That was huge. That was, because when our friends just said, we're just coming
out.
We'll be there tomorrow. Like, alrighty then, I don't know where to stay. Oh, well, don't worry, we got it figured out. And then it was like, the Thicks? It's a convoluted story, but, they have relatives that go to our church in St. Albert. And
His brother.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we went around to church, this was happening. The Thicks from St. Albert stepped up and said, "Oh, well, you can stay.
We can make
let
this
me call
happen."
my brother." And,
Wow.
and then it was quite a lovely place. So,
And I'll tell you, when we landed in Edmonton on the way back, it was like we stepped off the plane and it was like, okay, let's just back right onto the plane and fly back to Tofino, because you could feel it. You could just feel that the pressures were just... But then the friends that we have and love us just all of a sudden, okay, we'll just envelop you and look after things, just like happened out here. It was the same feeling out here as to how can we possibly do this? How is it going to work? You're lost. And then all of a sudden, angels pop out of everywhere.
I would like to thank the Burts for their time and telling their story, and I would like to encourage you to give to the Pacific Rim Hospice Society. Visit them online at www.pacificrimhospice.ca. I would also like to thank Jen Dart for her transcription of the original interview. It was invaluable in creating this documentary. And Kim Hogue, the coordinator of the Pacific Rim Hospice Society, for putting me in touch with the Burts in the first place, and for her interview notes, which were also very helpful during the production of this piece. All production and original audio by Jeff Johnson. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach me by email at jeff, Geoff, at longbeachradio.ca.